A video from United Nations World Food Programme Executive Director David Beasley has sparked debate online over whether Sudan could indeed boost output from its unused arable land.
This is a country that has 210 million acres of arable land and only 25% of it is being used. But if we can get the private sector in here, working with the smallholder farmers, while we can grow the food we need, not just feed just Sudan, but actually feed the whole world.
Last month, Sudan saw record levels of food insecurity, according to the UN. The idea that it could feed itself and other countries in a region struggling not only with droughts, but also with grain shortages caused by the conflict in Ukraine might seem far-fetched. Experts tell VOA that making use of the unused land is more complicated than Beasley implies.
My first reaction to the video was that it sounded like if the solution is straightforward and is simple. And from my experience, I think the issues are more complex and more nuanced than that.
He went on to cite the need for better infrastructure and better regulation. Financial transactions from abroad are also difficult because of the sanctions on the country. Some investing in Sudan told VOA that risk due to political instability are also a problem. While the United Arab Emirates and China have invested, the risk profile for Western companies is too high, they said. For their part, smallholder farmers say they would welcome any investment. Ahmed Salam Mohammed Al-Helu says it would transform his business.
If you gave me money, I would expand my business. If I had enough money, I would plant vegetables that were impossible for me before. I'd buy new land.
Abdullah Mohammed El Amin, a retired agricultural scientist turned smallholder, says private sector investment could bring big benefits.
Farmers here used to do something as they know, their knowledge is not sufficient. But if they find investment, they will follow the right way and they will do better.
It is up to the government to make legislative reforms, says Yahya Omar Adam, director of the Institute of Environmental Studies at the University of Khartoum. He says some neighbouring countries have managed to do that well.
We have a good example of our neighbour Ethiopia. I think there is external or internal investment in agriculture, and they are very successful. I think that is a good lesson for us to learn.
Functions of the state in Sudan are said by experts to be at a standstill as a military junta that took power in 2021 keeps a stranglehold on power while showing little interest in governing. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Khartoum, Sudan.
Some source of sorghum called Abu Sab'in